My name is Marie, and I never imagined that a single voice message could change everything in my life. It was a quiet Sunday morning, the kind of peaceful morning where you can almost hear your own heartbeat. I was standing in my kitchen preparing tea, enjoying the silence around me, when suddenly my phone vibrated on the table. It was a voice message from my daughter, Ella. She rarely sends voice messages, so my mind immediately assumed something important must have happened. I wiped my hands on a towel, picked up my phone, and pressed play without thinking twice. As soon as her voice came through the speaker, my heart tightened. Her tone was shaky, nervous, almost like she was whispering so no one could hear her. She said, "Listen, I don't know how long I can hide this anymore. Mom thinks everything is fine, but she has no idea what is really happening." I froze. My hands started trembling as her words echoed in my ears. What was she talking about? What was I not supposed to know? Who was she hiding something from? Then she continued, "I am scared he'll hurt her if she finds out. I don't know what to do." My breath caught in my throat. He will hurt her. Who was he? And worst of all, was she talking about me? Before I could gather my thoughts, the message ended abruptly like it was cut short. I stood there staring at the screen, my heart pounding so loudly it felt like the whole room could hear it. Something was wrong, very wrong, and deep down, I knew this message was never meant for me. I didn't wait another second. My fingers were shaking as I pressed the call button on Ella's name. The phone rang once, twice, and then she picked up. Her voice sounded tense. "Mom, why are you calling so early?" I took a deep breath and tried to keep my voice steady.
Ella.
"I just heard your voice message. Tell me what is going on. What did you mean when you said someone might hurt me?" There was silence. A long, heavy silence that made my chest tighten. Then she whispered, "Mom, that message wasn't for you." My heart dropped. If it wasn't for me, then who was she talking to? I asked her again, "Ella, please tell me the truth. I heard everything. I need to know what you are hiding." Her breathing became shaky. I could hear the fear in her voice.
Mom.
I was sending that message to my husband, not to you. I felt a cold wave run through my body. Her husband, the man I trusted. The man who always acted so respectful in front of me. I tried to speak calmly. "Ella, why would you hide something from me? And why would he hurt me? What is happening over there?" She let out a quiet sob. "Mom, he is not the person you think he is. I have been trying to protect you. I didn't want to scare you until I understood everything myself." My legs felt weak, so I sat down on the chair beside me. "Protect me from what? What has he done?"
Ella hesitated.
I could almost feel her fear through the phone. "Mom, there are things he has been doing behind your back. Things you need to know. But I need you to stay calm before I tell you the whole truth." And my heart was beating so fast it hurt. Every word she spoke felt heavier than the last. I whispered, "Ella, tell me everything." "I am listening." Ella took a deep breath on the phone, and for a moment, it felt like the whole world had gone silent. I could hear her trying to gather strength as if she was about to tell me something she had been holding inside for far too long.
Mom.
"I didn't want to tell you this because I knew it would break your heart." My chest tightened. Ella continued, her voice shaking. "He's been taking your money, Mom. Not once, not twice, but for months. He thought you wouldn't notice. He said you were too trusting, too soft, and that you would never suspect him." My breath stopped for a moment. Stealing from me, from his own wife's mother, the man I welcomed into my home with open arms. I felt a painful mix of shock and disbelief. Ella kept talking, tears in her voice now. "I confronted him 2 weeks ago. I asked him why he was doing this. And Mom, he got angry. Really angry. He told me that if you found out things wouldn't end well for you." My entire body went cold. Not because of what he had done, but because my daughter had been carrying this fear alone. I whispered, "Ella, you should have told me. I could have handled it." She cried softly. "Mom, I was scared. I didn't want you to panic. I didn't know what he was capable of. I wanted to protect you until I understood everything." My hands were shaking again, But this time it wasn't fear. It was something different. Something stronger. A mother's strength. I said quietly, Ella, you are not alone in this. We will face this together. For the first time, she breathed out in relief, like she had been waiting to hear those words for weeks. But deep down, I knew this was only the beginning. The truth was out now. And the next step would change everything. That evening, after my call with Ella, I sat alone in the living room. The silence in the house felt heavier than ever before. Every memory I had of him flashed in my mind. His polite smile, his respectful tone, his fake kindness. All of it felt like a mask now. I wasn't afraid anymore. I was angry, not just for what he had done to me, but for putting fear in my daughter's heart. I decided I wouldn't wait. I wanted answers. So I picked up my phone and called him. He answered on the second ring with his usual cheerful voice. Mom, is everything all right? For the first time, I heard something in his voice I had never noticed before. A small tremble, like he already knew the truth had reached me. I kept my voice calm. We need to talk. Not later.
Now.
There was a pause, then he said, sure, I can come over. When he walked into my house an hour later, he looked nervous. His eyes were shifting around the room like he was searching for a way out. I sat across from him. I asked one question.
Why?
His face changed instantly. The smile disappeared. The softness faded. And for a moment, I saw the real man beneath the act. He said, you wouldn't understand. It wasn't personal. I just needed the money. I felt my heart burning. You could have asked me. I would have helped you. But stealing from me, threatening my daughter. Do you know what that did to her? He looked away. He wasn't sorry. He was just caught. I said clearly, we know everything. And we have proof. You can't hide anymore. For the first time, he panicked. He stood up, pacing the room, running his hands through his hair. You two are making a big mistake. You don't know what you're doing. But I wasn't afraid. Not anymore. I stood up too and said firmly, the only mistake here is trusting you. Did I end that moment? He realized something. His power over us was gone. And for the first time, he had no control. This was the beginning of the end. After that day, life slowly began to feel normal again. The fear, the betrayal, the tension, they were gone. Ella and I stood together stronger than ever, and our bond had grown in ways I never imagined. He was gone from our lives. And for the first time in months, I felt safe. I realized something important that day. Sometimes, the people you trust the most can hurt you. Sometimes, the truth comes in a way you never expect. But I also learned something even stronger. No one can take away the love between a mother and her daughter. No one can take away the courage you find when you face your fears. And that, my dear friends, is the message I want to leave you with. Life will throw challenges your way. People may betray you, mistakes may happen, and fear may try to control you. But remember this. Strength comes from the ones who love you, and courage comes from standing together. Truth always finds its way, and love always protects. So if you ever feel scared or alone, remember that the messages we hear, the moments we face, and the people beside us, they are what make us stronger. This is my story. And if you listen closely, you might just find the courage to face your own truth too.